Hey, this is Pat Walker, Emission Winners. We're doing a little recap here of the max list and the major index ETFs. Let's take it from the top. We look at QQQ, down a bit, slight pickup in volume, but less than average daily volume. The trend is still up, it's intact, that's fine. QLD, similar situation, down a bit, slight pickup in volume, but less than average daily volume. The trend is up. Spiders, down a bit, pickup in volume, trend is still up. Don't overthink it, don't pick tops. You don't need to. That's forecasting. Just get in line with what is. SSO, similar situation, down a bit, less volume. That's okay. By the way, I want to share one thing. Please don't think I'm the eternal bull. No. That's not it at all. We're just reporting what is. There's a great quote. I'll believe in what I see and not in what I believe. Just get in line with what is. And I forget who said that, but I love that quote. Love it. IWM. Now look at this. This is neat. Here's the S&P 500. Here's the NASDAQ 100 leveraged. Okay? Here's IWM. It's off highs. It's off the highs. What does that tell us? Well, the small caps, we don't really want to be focusing too much in that area. TNA, further clarification of that. The leveraged one. That's the way it is. Let's continue onwards. Here's Apple. Going sideways. Trend is still up. Down on a slight pickup in volume, but it's above the moving averages. When's it going to stop? We don't know. We own it down here. You just got to let it work. A lot of people, oh, this is the top. This is the top. This is the top. You sell here, it comes down to the 20-day and it bounces right back off. Okay? And you miss 10 points. Just got to let it work. Trends pay more than all the in and out stuff. We bought this here. I have not looked at a 5-minute chart. I don't think I've looked at a 10-minute chart this whole move. I may have looked at 30-minute and hourly. Then I focus on weekly, but let it work. Amazon. Now this triggered on Friday. Look at this on a pickup in volume. Here's why you got to look at, this is the daily, here's the weekly. Oh, that's the monthly, excuse me. See that long weekly or monthly base? Going across these tops? Let's take it to the weekly. Look at that. See that? Some members bought that. It was on the key list the night before. And it lifted off, so it looks good. See what happens. Alibaba. By the way, need to share this with all of you. We are in earnings season. Some of these stocks have earnings coming out this week. Know that. One earnings surprise could make you. One earnings surprise could break you. I've seen it. I've seen it. So here we go. Alibaba. Gaps down. There's no really clean entry at this point in time. So don't overthink it. Well, maybe it'll tell you what to do, but there's nothing really clean right here, okay? Baidu, now this one looks a little better, a little tighter. In fact, I've got a price alert set there. Bouncing off the 8-day and the 20-day. Maybe it'll start to lift. And if it does with good volume, it's something to be interested in. But I've got to find out when earnings are. I think they may have earnings this week. Got to know that. Facebook, little shelf forming right here. Look at that, bouncing off the 50-day. Notice the telltale sign in a sloppy market Friday. This stock closed up near the highs and stopped right at the 20-day on a pickup in volume. Perhaps it'll lift through there. Am I saying it's going to? No, I don't know the future. But after looking at thousands of charts through the years, tens of thousands, you pick up the nuances of the chart. And that's why I do this, is try to help you. Here we go. Goldman Sachs, nothing here. Just flopping around. There's nothing to do with it. Fell on an increase. There's, move on. Don't overthink it. Now look at Google. That little shelf right there. See my price alert? There you go. Pick that up down here. Ran up here. We locked in the gains. We're watching it to see what happens. Netflix, we're in down here. Look at the volume pickup. And it's just marching up. We'll see what happens with it. Maybe it'll start to go again. I don't know. I don't know the future. Nobody does. We don't forecast. Just get in line with what is. NVIDIA, nice little shelf right here. Maybe it'll take off. Semis have been strong. Square, keyless stock right here. Look at that volume. There's a great quote here. I want to show you something cool. People talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. Check this out. This is sweet potato pie right there. Look at it. Just a nice little downward sloping trend line. The group is strong. It's a MAXLIST stock. Boom. They voted. Look at that. People talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. The day before, the stock did, right here, 7.5 million shares. Right there. This day, the stock did 15.1 without even using a calculator. The volume on this bar is more than double the next bar. That is power. Power. Lifts off. pulls back, comes down to the 8-day. You sell some in its strength. You can say, why would you do that? It's a swing trade setup. It's not a long base breakout. Take a little bit off, bouncing off the 8. Now we'll see what happens. Tesla, we own Tesla down here at 338. Running up, sold some up. Right now, even with this pullback, we're up 410 points. Trends pay. Just walking. By the way, do they all do this? No, they don't. But every once in a while, they do. And you try to milk it for all it's worth. That's key. Twitter gapped up on earnings. It's a MAXLIST stock. Give this a couple more days, maybe it'll start to go. It pushed through the 200-day, and that wasn't mom and dad buying. That's serious. And if that was your mom and dad, I'd like to meet them. Just kidding, that's nice. Visa going sideways, potentially, and MasterCard a little bit stronger. And there's a video recap of the MAXLIST with the leading ETFs. It's stuff we do at Mission Winners. We do this all day long and talk about it. We don't blather, but we explain the nuances of the charts with potential opportunities. Call them out, buys and sell signals, no day trades, no 5-minute charts. Try to ride trends for as long as humanly possible. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good weekend. Rock and roll.